You know, friends, I think this might be your most favorite video of the entire semester. Why is that? Looking at the schedule, I'm seeing a review of 2 sources that I'm happy to run through quickly, and a single homework assignment where you establish the remainder of your source material through an organizer. Like, dude, how easy is this? So, of course, here's the schedule. The announcement. Here is the announcement, including the video and the video chapter listing and, what you have to look at, okay? Our paper is going to be due in week 14. This is the beginning of week 8, so you have plenty of time. Here is the link to the sample. Here's what you should read, and they have associated videos if you care to watch them. I didn't make them, so I really don't care. And then we have our assignments. So it's one assignment, find 3 sources. But we'll talk about that in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. If we go back to the main page and go over to view the course schedule, we click on the 102 Masterclass schedule link over here, and we get to this. Now I have pre-scrolled down. We are now at week 8, and as you can see, we're talking about using EBSCOHost for research, which I'm fairly certain we've already discussed, and using Google Scholar, which we kind of sort of talked about in a roundabout way. Then you're going to submit some article evaluations, and honestly, that's pretty much it. So you're absolutely welcome to review these 2 documents for the week, but we've been working with these since probably week 2. If you have any questions on them, I'm only too happy to help you out by answering them. But honestly, these 2 documents are the basic how-to documents that you've seen before. And there's only one thing I really want to point out about each page. So on this one, we have, remember that you can get to it from this page here by clicking here, or you can get to it from the portal page. Once you see all the announcements, go over here to Student Success Toolbox, find Library, click on Library, go down to Databases, and EBSCOHost happens to be the 4th one down. So once you click on that, you can get in there, no problem, okay? Let's just run through it. Clicking on EBSCOHost. There we go. It is a newer thing. Yeah, what the hell? We'll just accept it. A newer format than what used to be. So you can search about whatever you want. Cyber security. Great. Up it comes, and we're going to have 156,244 results, but we know that's not going to be right. So we definitely want to narrow it down. We can do that by going up to the all-time box and just say the past 5 years. Clicking on it, we drop from 156,000 down to 27,000. We have got a lot that we can look at here, and it's wonderful and amazing, but just make sure that you are doing this within the last 5 years. And for us, if you count backwards, 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021 is going to be 5 years, okay? So January 1st, 2021. Make sure you're looking at it in the full text. Make sure it comes up. You should be in really, really good shape with this, okay? So going back to this page, it actually has updated comments and images for the new EBSCOHost, which you just saw. You can select databases. You can go through and search correctly. Take a look at all the different features you can do. So all of this will help you, including a place that you can actually cite your source material. I wouldn't necessarily say that they are the best and you can trust them, but whatever you do, just make sure that you're using the APA 7th edition formatting. And then down here is the video that you can watch, but you don't have to watch, okay? Wonderful. Going back, then, we have Google Scholar. So clicking on Google Scholar, there's really only one date range which you can access by searching your topic, right? So you click on the custom range. So if we do this, go to scholar.google.com, we click on here. Oh, look, I already have Cybersecurity United States. I do that. Wonderful. We want to pick the date range since 2021. Fantastic. Now we've got 19,600 comments to do, and it is wonderful. Find a source which has the associated links over here on the left, right-hand side. If you do, you'll be able to see the entire article. If not, they may ask you to pay for it. I do not expect you to pay for anything, okay? Don't waste your money. This is a freshman level composition class. You are not trying to get published in the New England Journal of Medicine, okay? So, that is perfectly fine. If you go back to the page, you can actually take a look at the video. It's actually a pretty good video. That will show you how to use Google Scholar. And that's wonderful. When should you use it? Well, go through the databases first, right? How are you going to find sources? You can access the articles there. If it's missing a link, it's probably going to make you pay for it. You could actually always look for it in EBSCOHost if you really wanted to. That works too. But as you can see, the page really isn't all that detailed, okay? Going back then, we are now down to what needs to happen for homework. Isn't that great? So, click on this, and we get our assignment. Obviously, the first link here is going to be the document that you're going to want to look at. Clicking on that link brings this up. And now you're going to want to find all the sources that fill in these 3 places, okay? They're going to, either be sources to support your argument, sources to support the counter argument, sources to refute the counter argument, or sources just to provide background information. That works too. 3 sources, 2021 or later, academic sources which pass the crap test. Isn't that fun? Like, seriously. Now you can get some material to help you prove your points. Smile, folks. You're over halfway through. So, I'm going to go through this really quickly and show you. This is not the original document that other teachers are going to use. It's got the exact same material. It's just in a different format. I did it this way because I can format papers much better than anybody else can. And you can consider that to be arrogant. I really don't care. But it is very helpful, okay? So what you're going to do is find source number 1, and I would like you to list out the rhetorical information up top here. What was the title? Who were the authors? When was it published or updated or both? And where did you find it? The database or URL? Hopefully, since you are using EBSCOHost, you are going to be putting the database name that you find in there. Next, tell me all the different searches that you use to find sources. So again, it's cybersecurity, cybersecurity terrorism, cybersecurity United States, cybersecurity laws, cybersecurity crime, whatever, exploitations. Whatever you put in there, I want to see how many different searches you are doing to find the source material. So inevitably, when you come back to me and say, I can't find source material, I can say, great, let's take a look at your source evaluation organizer. Oh, wait, you only searched for cancer. That doesn't really help, okay? Then we're going to have the APA formatted reference citations. I want you to remember, the full APA reference is the one that appears one time in your paper at the very end on the Shock of Shocks references page. The APA citation, also known as the parenthetical citation or the in-text citation, appears as many times in your paper as you use it, and it links back to that one reference. Reference is long, citation is short. Please remember that the reference is the long-form detail that appears exactly once at the end of your paper on the aptly titled references page. Yes, I am repeating myself. The citation is the short-form detail that appears as many times as you need to use that source within the paper, and that citation should link up to the single reference at the end. One reference might have multiple citations. However, you might use a source 30 times and you only have one reference. Does that make sense? Excellent. Honestly, after that, it's all about the crap test. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this because we've already talked about it several times this semester. I want the currency, timeliness of the information. I'm actually giving you prompt questions to answer. Do not give me a 2 or 3 word answer. Give me 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, so we start with the currency. We go for the relevance. Again, be as specific as you can. We've got the accuracy right here. We've got authority. Oh, look at that. 3 different prompts. Purpose. What is the general? What is the specific? And then your overall evaluation. Tell me why this source is good enough to use within your paper, or why you think you just half-assed it to get to where you have to get to, okay? You're going to do this not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 sources, and you're going to list out all this material. Honestly, it should not take you more than an hour over the course of a week to do this, okay? So, you do that 3 times, 1 for each source you find, and you will be golden. So, guess what? That's all she wrote. Believe it or not, it was just over a 2-page script. I'm very happy to finish it and post it so I can relax a bit. It's been a hectic few weeks, and last night for Philly sports fans really sucked. Because, yes, I'm recording this on Friday the 10th, and last night, let's see, the Eagles lost to the Giants. The Flyers lost their season opener for the first time in 11 years, and they lost 2-1 against the Panthers, and then, of course, the Phillies choked. Let's hope life gets better. Have a good week.